What's up, y'all? It's your boy PA, kind of doing a little trip to the future from the teardown of everything, but also got my hair cut, a little clean, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, bike's torn down, as you guys have seen, or you might have seen. Not sure which part I'm gonna put this in, but bike's fully torn down. There is not a single bolt in this thing at all. Wheels are taken apart. Everything is ready to go for the most part. But I noticed that I needed to do a couple welds. I'm not the best welder, but a couple welds to fill up the rear area, and then also cut off a bunch of tabs and stuff to kind of give everything a clean look. So right now I've just finished doing some welds, but I'm doing a couple more passes, kind of get the welds a little bit higher up, and then sand them down and hopefully bring everything flat and smooth. So, but let me show you guys what I'm talking about. So as you can see here, these are a bunch of tabs and stuff that would hold the Maxim side covers on. So there was a tab here, tab there, tab in the back here. And then these are the parts where I welded this piece in. It's actually pretty strong, I'm proud of myself. And this is where I was talking about, like, I can ever so slightly feel a transition. So I want to add a little bit more weld, like in a place like here. Add a little bit more weld, grind it down, and essentially kind of do like I did here. This was actually two open cuts or channels, I guess you could say. And I pretty much tack, and just kept tacking away to fill it all up and then ground it down. So I mean, it looks bad now, but as you can see, it's ground down pretty good. There's a couple pinholes, so I'll go through and fill those back up. Over here too, this one doesn't look as good, but I've got, I'm gonna use my carbide burr and definitely just oval out this hole, or circle out this hole where I've got like a couple welds built up over here. But for the most part, I mean, it's smooth, it's a good transition. It's just I can barely feel something. So, and then over here you can see the other tab where it's all shiny there. But yeah, now let's see all the stuff that I've taken off. So, got rear wheel here, front wheel there, and this is the shaft drive, or the shaft, and then this goes together right here with the this is a rear brake, and that's houses the shaft right there. So I'm going to powder coat that as well as the frame. Powder coat these arms here. I'm probably going to paint the shaft myself the same way that I painted like the starter over here. So I'll probably paint that myself. So I need to prep that for paint as well. As you guys see, I got the welder out doing MIG, and then I've got like a full-on box of all the stuff that I've taken on. And because I'm a bit anal, I bag and tag and label everything that has come off, or everything that I will need. So I've got this box, and then I've got this box as well. Wiring harness, suspension, I mean, you name it, it's in there. And it's all labeled with every nut and bolt that came off the bike. So, have not been sleeping, y'all. I have not been sleeping, been working. And I thought that it would be something that, you know, you guys really wouldn't want to see, because it'd be a bunch of time lapsing. And I don't know if you guys would want to see time lapsing of me just welding, grinding, welding, grinding, welding, grinding. But if for some reason you do, I'll try and like do time lapse here of me doing the rear rear end a little bit, and maybe you'll like that. So after I finish the welds, I'm going to use like epoxy cold weld, and like for all these areas that, you know, there was a bracket that kind of was into the frame and it kind of gouged coming out. I'll use that and it'll fill it up, almost like Bondo kind of, but it's cold weld, so it's like steel infused. So yeah, it's the way to do it. So hopefully, I mean, it'll still be discolored, of course, to the eye, but everything will be smoothed out. Everything will be nice, neat, uniform. But yeah, so that's the next step in this process. Then of course, clean all this up. Once I do that, I'll let it cure, I think for like a day, and then do a shit ton of sanding, or maybe I can't say shit. Do a ton of sanding, and then it's ready to get powder coated. Like I said, I'm gonna do black or maybe a satin black, something like that, or gunmetal. Still haven't figured out on the tank color, so that'll be interesting. And then the wheels, I'll probably do like aluminum, like a brushed aluminum look or something like that. I don't know. But it's moving right along. Literally, as soon as I got this table, I got to work, and this thing saved my back. You guys have no idea. It saved my back so much. So I'm definitely happy I got it. $400 and some odd dollars well spent. If you work on bikes and you tear them down, or even if servicing them, honestly, this is the thing to get. Like, it helps so much. And if you're not working on it and you just want to store it, like my Indian, I had it just stored on it, just to pull into the garage, and I can still walk by it and all that other stuff. So it's definitely a good tool to have for sure, a good investment. But anyway, let me stop talking and whatnot and fire the welder up and do a couple passes. I don't know what day this is. I feel like this is like day 3, 4, 5. I can't even keep track. But as you can see, I think we're pretty much done sanding, to be honest with you. I don't think I time-lapsed at all any of the cold weld. I just kind of got to it and started doing it, and it took a while. But let me show you what it looks like. I'm trying to do this fast before the battery dies. It may look like it's not smooth, but it's baby smooth. I mean, perfectly smooth. You don't see any of those patch jobs at all that I had to do. These are where I cut off all the tabs. But I mean, all of this is smooth. All this up here is smooth. This whole thing is smooth now. So it is it's ready. It's ready to get powder coated. So all I have to do is wait on the color for the tank, which I still don't know what color I'm gonna go with, but it's ready to go. So I think I'll strap it down, take it to the powder coater. I think they said they'll be ready in like 2 weeks. So I'll continue to stack parts on this thing. I realized that I needed to replace a couple bearings and a few bushings and stuff like that. So I'll replace that bearing, replace that. And also, this is the shaft and the rear brake. So I'll probably replace that as well. Get all these things freshened up. And while I wait, in order to send that thing off to powder coat. So definitely going to be back on the carb rebuild and sticking the carbs on the motor. Then I'll put a bag over this and be waiting for that to come back. So thank you guys for staying with me this long. I know it's been a minute. I definitely appreciate it. More work than you anticipate the further down the rabbit hole you go, but the end result is that much better. Like taking this much time to prepare the frame is going to make that paint lay down and stick so smooth. You won't see any bumps, ridges, any of that crazy stuff. You won't even know that this is a fabricated frame. So appreciate all you guys. It's your boy PA. You're not leaving the shop. Take it easy.